Hey there, storytellers! Welcome back to my channel and welcome to June's bullet journaling spread. I have a travel and girly inspired theme for you today in the form of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants inspired spread. So I have a bunch of stuff with travel motifs, and I printed out the book cover and some stamps and some pictures of like the places that each girl goes to in the book to help decorate. But I'm starting off with my mood tracker. I do try to be good about this, but so far have not filled a full one out. But I wrote it out in block letters in rainbow font, and now I'm just drawing out little rectangles that will become the backs of envelopes, because the girls send each other the pants back and forth along with letters. It is part of their little like manifesto, agenda, whatever you want to call it. The rules of their sisterhood is that they have to send a letter detailing what happened to them while wearing the magic jeans. So I thought an envelope would be appropriate for the theme. So I'm just drawing them out, and as you can see, I'm going a little bit slow, and for whatever reason, this repetitive motion just kept making my hand cramp up. So it was becoming a little bit difficult. I don't know why drawing rectangles hurt my hand more than all that calligraphy type writing I did for the April one, but it did. Anyway, just drawing the little triangles to complete the back flaps of the envelopes. And then I'm just going to number them, and honestly, I am really excited about this theme, but I also was really informal with how I went about doing it. I planned it out a little bit. I knew the theme, obviously, and I kind of had a basic idea of the layout and where everything was going to go, but I did sort of figure some things out as I went, and I really wanted it to look organic, like a scrapbook they would have made in the Sisterhood, or, you know, pictures that they would have sent each other. So on the opposite page of the mood tracker, I'm just putting down a piece of paper that had a bunch of clothing and luggage on it, and then I put the book cover down on top of that. I went with this sort of illustrated cartoon version of it, and then I'm putting a little rectangle that has, like, you can't see it, but it has little flowers and cameras around it, and I taped it down with some gold washi tape. And then down the side, I'm sticking this camera Polaroid themed washi tape, because I figured they'd be taking lots of pictures on their summer apart, so they could catch each other up. And for this page, it's gonna be my goals page, but I was sort of still figuring out where I wanted to put things, so I set them aside, and I'm writing out June 2021 in rainbow block letters. I did stick with a lot of rainbow motif in the writing, just to sort of help stand out, but also blend in a little bit. And that square piece of paper that has the border around it, I ended up deciding to do my mini calendar on. I thought about maybe writing my goals on it, but thought otherwise. And it took me a second, but I did eventually decide. In the free space in the top left-hand corner, I decided to write my goals, and I went with 6 because it was the amount of colors that I had, and they are clean closet, journal daily, read, organize office, post videos, and exercise. They're pretty much the same goals I've been writing, mostly because I haven't been good about completing any of them, so they're going to keep getting written down until I can finally come up with some new ones. And to finish off the page, I'm going to be sticking some of those location pictures onto some of the stamp-themed backgrounds and just sticking them on the page like stamps. But I decided to go with the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants because June is the start of summer, and summer makes me think of contemporary novels, and I struggled to think of one that I thought would translate well into a theme until I remembered this one, and I thought journaling is perfect. They write letters, they send pictures, you write things down and put pictures in the journal, so it was a great fit. I stuck down a sort of piece of paper that had Polaroid illustrations down back next to the mood tracker on the other page, and now I'm just drawing out some hand-drawn Polaroid picture frames, basically, and in these I'm going to write down my videos for the month. So I'm just going about writing that out in block letters in orange, and then I'm going to write the dates on in different colors for every Friday, the date, you know, You get it. I post every Friday. And then I decided that it didn't quite look colorful enough, so I'm coloring in the faux tape blue, and then I'm adding in polka dots and patterns onto the frames because I thought it just looked too white on the page. But I do have some of my June videos planned for this Friday. Obviously, you're getting the journaling spread. Next Friday is going to be my mid-year book freakout tag, so be on the lookout for that. The Friday after that is the one that's up in the air. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing in 2 weeks from today, the day you're watching this video. So we'll find out together. But the last Friday in June is going to be my June wrap-up. So moving on, I am drawing in a suitcase that's going to be open and filled with the spines of books stacked in there, because I don't know about you, but I am someone who packs way too many books when traveling. Even if it's just for a weekend trip, I still bring like 2 or 3. I am always ambitious with the amount of books that I think I'm going to get read. And I'm just overlapping the illustrations with one of the Polaroids. I didn't want it to look too unevenly spaced out, if that makes sense, so I just let the illustrations overlap, and I'm just drawing in some of the details. And I decided I'd go in on each of the spines. Actually, I doubled back and drew in the smiley face, the medium face, and the frowny face for my mood tracker, and just colored them in with pink, this blue-green, and purple for the corresponding mood colors, and went back in and filled in my moods for the first and the second, which was the day I filmed this video. But after I did that, doubling back to the suitcase, I decided I would outline each of the spines in one of the colors of the markers that I was using. So another sort of rainbow on the page. And that was just because, again, I thought it looked too sort of white on the page. I wanted more color so it would pop, but I didn't want to overkill, especially because the page next to it has so much stuff going on. And I decided I wasn't happy with the blue coloring on the tape on the Polaroid illustration, so I'm cutting out some of that gold just to keep with that sort of taped on scrapbook feel that I had going on the mini calendar on the other side. And writing in TBR on the sort of back of the suitcase and filling in the books, I am going to aim to read One Last Stop, Shadow and Bone, Better Together, Malibu Rising, Not My Problem, and Siege and Storm, if I'm lucky. You can see that I paused to sort of think about what books I wanted to read, though, as I was filling it out. Moving on to the next 2 pages. I'm starting with this washi tape that has different travel things that you need, like a hat and a wallet and sunglasses, all that good stuff. And I thought it was a good one to use because it has a white background, so it's not quite as glaringly colorful. And then I'm on the opposite page, I'm adding some of that Polaroid washi tape. Again, it's pink with Polaroids and cameras on it. I added a couple strips of that gold foil washi tape just to add a pop to the one that has the travel necessities washi tape. And I'm writing out habits vertically in blue. I will go back to that later and decide that that is not the color I wanted for it. You'll see. But I'm trying to figure out where I want certain things on these 2 pages because I used up more space on the first 2 than I anticipated, and I was trying to figure out where to put my Instagram post planning, which I ended up deciding to use the extra blank stamp templates. And I put those in next to the Polaroid washi tape, dated them with the corresponding Friday dates as the videos, and I'm going to do journaling supplies for the first one, me freaking out for the mid-year book freakout, and a stack of books or something of the like for the wrap-up. I don't have that third one filled in because I don't know it yet. And I just wrote Instagram underneath it in sort of calligraphy type writing, very informal. And then I also stuck a location stamp at the bottom. Here you will notice that I jump cut to a full calendar. It is my writing calendar, and it is meant to look like a snow globe. It has jeans in it to represent the girls, and I just drew a grid calendar underneath it. I'm filling in the habits page as we speak, though. I drew some hangers to sort of go with the pants theme, and wrote in my habits that I want to track: water, sleep, walking or stretching, self-care, and cleaning, and drew in the mini calendars like I usually do, and each hanger and goal is outlined in one of the rainbow colors, and you'll see me go back and go over habits again in purple because I didn't like that the same blue I used color in the jeans was right next to it in habits and next to a different color blue hanger. I got a little bit too hung up on the blue, so I just went back in and sort of fixed it a little bit, if you will. But that is really it for this video. I have really enjoyed doing these bullet journaling spreads. I do tend to be a little bit more critical of the ones that I'm sort of loose about, if that makes sense. You know, the ones that I freehand. But I thought the freehandedness added that organic touch, that sort of really genuine high school scrapbook kind of feel that suited the story really well. So I am happy with it overall. You can see I'm going back in to write the Instagram post planning right now that I've done some of the habits page. But I'm hoping to do another book themed or inspired one for July. I just don't know what novel I would pick quite yet, but I do have some tropical stuff, and I do have a new contemporary novel that is set in Hawaii. So I think they might be a good match if I manage to read it before July. We'll see. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please let me know by leaving a like down below. And if you have any suggestions for novel-inspired bullet journaling spreads, any themes you want me to tackle, please feel free to suggest those as well. I would love any kind of ideas. Like I said, that is it. So if you want to keep up with me and all of my bookish and journaling adventures, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And definitely don't forget to ring the little bell so that you don't miss a beat, because I am on a roll recently. I've been doing very good at getting my videos up every Friday. So I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!